Hello everyone. So today we are going to start chapter motion in physics 9th. Fine. So now first topic we are going to study today is motion. Now what is exactly there in this topic? One by one try and understand what we are going to study today. Motion chapter we are going to study today. What is there in motion? So first anyone tell me, write the content in the chat box. What do you mean by the term motion? Anyone know what is motion means? Rest and motion. So in school, every time your sir is telling you stay in one place, you be in one place, don't move here and there. Okay, with that, can you explain what is motion means? I'm repeating, beta, what is motion means? Very good. So can you tell me your name, beta? I don't know what is your name. Change in an object over a time. Okay, you have given the answer. Change in an object over a time is motion. Now Kanishka is writing moving an object is motion. Very good, Kanishka. That is the correct one. Ma'am, Keshav Praveen. Okay, Keshav, your answer is correct. Avinash is telling moving an object is motion. Very good, beta. Then what is rest? Then what is rest? See, when we will be studying motion in physics, chemistry, biology, we will not study like book content is over, chapter is over. No, what you have to do is you have to explore science. Okay, Jiva is telling change in object is exactly change in object or change in position of an object, Jiva. Avinash, not moving an object. Okay, and an object which is not in motion is called at rest. Very good, Avinash. Nice try. Uh, Please kindly write your name. That 20 pro is there. Motion is 0. Motion in 0. That is exactly called as rest. Very good, beta. That means I have understood one very important thing, that you are knowing the content. But very good, Kanishka. That is when an object does not move, it is called as rest. Okay. Now, since I know it is a very different thing to understand, I am asking one question from you. Okay, you are inside a room. Okay, you are inside a room and you are sitting on your sofa and watching TV. You are sitting on your sofa and watching TV. So now can you tell me, are you at rest? Very good, Praveen. Yes, Avinash is telling Avinash is at rest. Very good, Praveen. Rest, everyone. Divya Shri is also telling rest. Beta, that Realme, you just tell me your name one time. Krishna is telling, okay, at rest. Super, beta. That means you are at rest when you are inside a room and you are sitting in one place. Right now, you are again at rest. Fine. Now, you are inside a bus. Now I'm changing the situation. Before starting a chapter, I want you to understand physics, because physics is everywhere. Physics in your life, you know, it is day-to-day life. Physics is there, but we don't know. We will always have a fear that, okay, maths and physics, very tough. How to answer the question? But now, beta, we will be studying physics in a very different way. Realistic problems we are going to handle. Now, I'm giving you a condition. You are inside a bus. Now tell me which one is at rest and which one is at motion. You are inside a bus and bus is moving. Then which one is at rest and which one is at motion? We are moving while we are inside a bus. We are moving. No. I want you to sit in one place, Avinash, and then you tell me what is at rest and what is at motion when you are inside a bus. Give a very clever answer, because I don't feel that children should mug up the content. They should know bus is in motion. Beta, bus is in motion with respect to what? How can we say the bus is in motion? Divya Sri, awesome answer, beta. Bus is in motion. Avinash, awesome answer, but I'm not satisfied with this answer. I want a very complete answer. Then only you will become strong in physics. If now you will go to competition level, that means after 12th, no one can stop you from getting that rank and getting that position. So start from today onwards. Think about, the bus is in motion with respect to what? How can we say the bus is in motion? Think about it and then send the answer. Okay, I'm giving you the answer. The bus is in motion with respect to the surrounding. With respect to the surrounding. Look here, beta, when you are standing on one side of a road and you are seeing a moving vehicle, that means what? The vehicle is in motion with respect to the nearby area. Then only you are telling na ki the vehicle is in motion. Now you understood the concept. Say me yes or no. The bus is in motion with respect to the surrounding. Very good, beta. Very good, Praveen. The bus is in motion. Yes, Avinash. Super, beta. Divyashri, very good. So the bus is in motion with respect to the surrounding. But what about you? You are inside the bus. Are you in motion or are you in rest? Hajiva, answer this question. Very good. But beta, you are at rest with respect to what? You are at rest with respect to what? With Praveen, think one more time, beta. You are at rest with respect to bus. Go inside the bus. Imagine you are inside the bus. Then tell me, how can I tell that I am at rest? How can I tell I am at rest if I am inside a bus? Okay, you listen. We are at rest. Very good, Divyashri. Beta, you are at rest with respect to the surrounding, and your surrounding inside a bus is the fellow passengers. The passengers. Very good, Divyashri. Catch this word. Take this word inside your brain that you are at rest with respect to the fellow passengers. The fellow passengers are exactly at rest. Okay. Now we will go more details about which part of your body will be at rest, which one will be at motion. But right now, I'll be just discussing that when you are sitting inside a bus and enjoying the ride, you will be telling that, Auntie, I am at rest because the passengers who is inside us, inside the bus is exactly at rest, and the surrounding, our bus is in motion with respect to the surrounding. So this is the apt example with respect to rest and motion. Okay. Right now you are inside a room because physics is about exploration, and I will not stop my examples. I want you all to be very best in science. So I'm going to ask some questions. Now I'm increasing the level of difficulty. Right now itself, you have told that when you are inside a room, you are sitting on a sofa and watching the TV, you are at rest. So you are at rest with respect to what? You are at rest with respect to what? Divyashri is telling surrounding. Very good. You are at rest with respect to the surrounding. Kanishka is telling surrounding. But beta, you are in motion with respect to what? You are also in motion. Now let's see which child is having that extraordinary sense of thinking. Praveen, not your eyes are in, that is a different motion, beta. Physics says motion means displacement. Displacement means change in position. Okay, you are in motion with respect to what? Think about it. I want that extraordinary thinking. Come out of earth and then speak. Come out of earth. I gave you a clue. Come out of earth and then speak. No, no. Body, no. Sofa, no. Television, no. TV, no. Beta, you are inside earth. You are on earth. And the earth is in motion with respect to the galaxy where the earth is. Are you understanding this? I want this level of teaching. I want this level of understanding. So you are inside a room, you are at rest. But with respect to what you are in motion, then you will say, Auntie, very good. You are inside earth, you are on earth. Sorry, you are inside a room, you are on earth, and the earth is in motion. Earth is moving. And that's why beta formation of day and night is there. Since the earth is moving on its axis. And since movement is there with respect to the solar system, that means your earth is in motion. You are at rest, your earth is in motion. So this is the best example for rest and motion. So next time I want, whenever you will see something kept on a table, you think about what this object is at rest for what. Kanishka, I'll explain one more time, beta. See, Kanishka, earth is stationary or earth is moving? Answer me. Moving or at one place earth is there? Is earth moving? Kanishka, tell me the answer. Very good. Divya Shri is telling, yes, Kanishka. Earth is moving. Yes or no, Kanishka? Yes, earth is moving. So, beta, if earth is moving, you are on earth. Are you in motion or are you at rest? Tell me. With respect to earth, are you in motion or are you at rest? Say, think and say, you may be wrong. I'm there. Very good, Praveen. You are at motion with respect to earth. Earth is also in motion. This level of understanding I need. Avinash, well done. Super. First day itself, you guys are exactly rocking. So that means I can give you this competitive knowledge inside you. Divyashri in motion. Very good. Very good. Fantabulous work there. So without knowing the definition, if you want to understand physics, physics is everywhere, beta. You only have to explore it. So quickly tell me, I kept my mobile on a table. Is the mobile at rest or in motion? I kept the mobile rest with respect to the room. But is it in motion with respect to earth? With respect to earth, yes, this is what the earth is moving, earth location is moving, so earth is not at rest. So these things are there, what I want you to understand. Very good. So now, beta, we will go to our topic. We are going to understand what is exactly motion and just give me 1 minute. Fine. So now we will see definition of motion. Fine, beta. So a body is said to be in motion when its position changes continuously with respect to a stationary object. Okay. So we have already studied this. We have already understood that when an object is said to be in motion, an object is said to be in motion when it is exactly changing its position with respect to stationary object. Like I'll tell you, go and bring 1 cup of tea for me. What you will do? Everything in your home will be at stationary state. Okay. You will move yourself and you will go to next room. You will bring the tea for me. So when you are bringing the tea for me, you are having displacement. Displacement means you are changing your location. You are changing your position. Since you are changing your position, you are changing your location with respect to the surrounding. The key word is surrounding, beta. Key word is what? Surrounding. Here surrounding is stationary. Your room is stationary. It is not moving. You are moving. Yes, yes. So these picking words you must remember always. And you must answer people like, okay, I know the full concept I'm knowing. No one can defeat me. That content and that what you call eagerness should be there inside you. Fine. So when an object is said to be in motion, when the object changes its position with respect to the surrounding, then the object is said to be in motion. Okay. Now we have already seen an example. When a bus moves on a road, its position changes continuously with respect to stationary object on earth like house and trees. So we say the bus is in motion. Okay. In simple, in shortcut, you cannot write now the bus is in motion with respect to me, with respect to the vendor, with respect to the shop. In simple, we can use a word surrounding. The bus is in motion with respect to the surrounding. Okay. Now we will go to the concept of rest and motion. Rest and motion are relative terms. See, look here, 1 mark MCQ question. Rest and motion, are they relative? Relative means beta related. Related, how they are related to each other? How can we say rest and motion are related to each other? Can anybody tell me? When can we say rest and motion are related to each other? Very good, beta. With respect to Praveen, you have caught the nerve of this topic, beta. Well done. Super. So surrounding, you have to act smart. See, study is nothing. It is just a type of exploration. You have to guide yourself. You have to learn and explore the content. Definitely. So I just gave one word and you are picking and you are throwing like anything. Super. So rest and motion are relative terms. Relative means they are related to each other. When an object appears to be moving with respect to the surrounding, it is at motion. When the object does not move at all with respect to the surrounding, means its motion is zero. Very good. But just tell me your name. That is Narzo, Realme Narzo 20. Can you tell me your name? Just type your name, beta. Vishal. Okay, fine. Now I'll call you Vishal. Realme, I need not to say. Very good, Vishal. Thank you so much, Vishal. So Vishal has given the correct answer. Divyashri has given the correct answer that rest means when I'm not changing my position with respect to the surrounding, I will be called at rest. Right now, I'm sitting in one position. I'm teaching you. I'm literally at rest. Okay, Avinash, Divyashri. So bang on performance by all of you. You are telling the answers. Very good, Praveen. Super. So I hope you are enjoying the class. Understanding anything? Super, beta. This level of teaching and this level of understanding I need. Super. So beta, we have understood what is called as rest, what is called as motion. Today, what your work will be, teach your parents, tell your parents that today I learned what is rest and what is motion. Keep a thing on a table and teach your parents that this is exactly rest and this is exactly motion. Understood? So have this level of confidence. Teach your younger brother and sister that this is exactly rest, this is exactly motion. And take some more examples and think, and next class you tell, ma'am, this can also be possible for rest and this can also be possible for motion. Okay. Now, beta, I'm changing the topic of rest and motion. I feel my children are capable to answer this question to everyone now. Now, next topic is scalar and vector quantity. Our next topic is scalar and vector quantity. Now, beta, what is called as scalar and what is called as vector? So right now, I don't want you to get confused. We will understand it in a very simple way. Fine. It is like you will not have to see the book. You can, without seeing the book, you are going to answer everything. This level I need. Okay. Then only you will rock in competition. Remember, if you will go in 11th and start preparing for competition, you will not be achieving it. From 9th onward, you have to start your competition preparation. And today, if you will start, that means 12th, you don't have to put more focus, more study hours. You will go slowly and you will achieve it. Okay. So now scalar and vector quantity. Because there are physical quantities. Then you will ask, ma'am, what is physical quantity? Or auntie, what is physical quantity? Auntie, I don't know what is physical quantity. Beta, physical quantity like force, work done, energy, displacement, distance, all these are called as physical quantities. Okay. So next time if someone will ask what is a physical quantity, what my children will answer them? They will say many, all the physics contents are physical quantity, sir. What are the physical quantity? Length is a physical quantity, area is a physical quantity, time is a physical quantity, mass is a physical quantity, volume is a physical quantity. All these are physical quantity. Means we can explain the content with the help of these physical quantity. Like in my class, my friends were fighting. Okay. What I did is I stopped my friend from fighting. Then your teacher will ask, how you stopped your friend? You will say, I pushed one of my friend. I applied force. You pushed. So when you pushed one of your friend from fighting, what you did? Did you applied any force? Yes, you applied a force. Then what is a force? force is a physical quantity. When you have used to change the position of the object. Okay, change the position. Very good, Praveen. Muscular force. Very good, Praveen. Very super, beta. That means what? I'm dealing with some very awesome children. Very nice. I'm enjoying teaching you all, because there are level of teaching and I think I can go beyond my level if you will understand like this. Super. Anyone not understood, quickly say, ma'am, I'm not understanding. Please explain one more time. Divyashri, contact force. Awesome. Contact force. Why? Because you pushed your friend. Okay. You applied force. And which type of force? Constant contact force. Awesome. So, beta, what is this force? It is a physical quantity. Area, physical quantity. Volume, physical quantity. So whatever physics words we are using for explaining anything, that is a physical quantity. So now you understood what is physical quantity. So definition of physical quantity is here. The quantities which may be measured directly or indirectly is called physical quantity. Okay. So those you can measure directly or indirectly is called physical quantity. Okay. Example of physical quantity: length, volume, time, mass, displacement, everything is considered as physical quantity. Okay. Now there are two type of physical quantities. There are two type of physical quantities. There are two type of physical quantity. What are they? They will be called as scalar quantities and vector quantities. What are the two type of physical quantities? Scalar quantity and vector quantity. So physical quantities are divided into two types: scalar quantity and vector quantity. 5 बजे क्या? आज 5 to 6 भी क्लास है मेरा. 6 o'clock. Okay, 6 o'clock give time. Just give my phone number to him and tell me to add me in WhatsApp group. 5 o'clock her class is there. हाँ. So scalar quantity and vector quantity. Sorry for the inconvenience, beta. Scalar quantity and vector quantity will be there. There are two different type of quantities. Very good, Avinash. Scalar quantity and vector quantity. Now we will learn about scalar quantity and vector quantity in much details. So I am differentiating it. That means you have understood now, they both are not same. They both are different from each other. Scalar quantity and vector quantity, they are different from each other. How they are different, we are going to understand. Now, beta, scalar quantities are those quantities which have only magnitude. It is having only magnitude. Vector quantities are those quantities, physical quantities, which have both magnitude and direction. Then you will get confused because now right now I started scalar and vector. I told scalar and vector are different, and I started word magnitude and direction. You might have got confused. Nothing to confuse about. Trust me, beta. Nothing to confuse about. Beta, magnitude means in simple length. Okay. I'm taking it in an easy way. I'm not going to go and teach you very lengthy things. Length, simple way. We will understand. Length, somewhat, rough idea, length. Like, I'm taking example of Avinash. Okay, Avinash and Vishal. They both are friends and they both started from school. And Avinash and Vishal, they are going towards, from school they started and they are going towards home. Now, Avinash and Vishal, they are very good friends and they both started walking from school. They are having their school bags and they are going towards their home. So now when Avinash and Vishal, they are moving towards their home, then Avinash will say, Auntie, I have covered a distance of 40 meters, Auntie. My school is 40 meters away from my home. So that means Avinash and Vishal, if their home is very near, how much distance they have covered? How much distance they have covered? When Avinash and Vishal started from school and they are going towards home, how much distance they have covered? Quickly tell me, children, how much distance they have covered? 40 meter. Avinash, always write unit. Very good, Jiva. Very good, Praveen. Very good, Vishal. They have told, beta, whenever you are writing physics, always write the unit. Kanishka, 40 meter. Very super, super. This is what I'm wanting. Krishna, 40 meter. So you have to write 40 meter. Perfect answer I need. So 40 meter you have moved. So this is exactly called as scalar quantity. Then you will ask, ma'am, how this is scalar quantity? Because beta, I told only 40 meter movement. But if Avinash will say, my school is 40 meter away from my home and I'm moving 40 meter towards east. Towards east. Okay, I'm explaining two things here. I am exactly explaining here distance with direction. What did I explain here? See, very cleverly I have taken here two things. One thing I have taken distance. Another thing I have taken here is direction. I have explained here that Avinash is moving, Vishal is moving 40 meter towards east. So here I have described distance also, and then I have described direction also. Yes, if you say Avinash moved toward east for about 40 meter to reach home from school, it is exactly which quantity now? It is in which side? Vector quantity or scalar quantity? Super. Bang on, Praveen. Bang on. Best performance today. Vector quantity. Kanishka, Avinash. Beta, think that you are only there and you have to get the full content from me. Very good, Krishna. Avinash. So best performance. Very good, very good. I'm liking your performance. This is what first class, and without fear, you all are answering the question. Think about after 1 month, what level you will be having. So now you understood. When I'll only talk about length and distance, I will be talking about magnitude. And which one is magnitude only? Scalar. But with magnitude, if I will describe direction, it is which physical quantity? Vector. Bang on, Avinash. Super. Very good. Fantabulous job, dear. Very good, Krishna. So are you going to rock in the class? Once your teacher will start teaching all those things, I don't want you to keep your mouth shut. I want you to explain each and every concept with much details. Sit nicely, take your notebook and think about it. I don't want you to mug it. You know, if you will mug, you will not remember it for a long time. But if you will understand it, teach it to your friends, to your parents, to your relatives that, okay, I have understood vector and scalar. And do you want to learn from me? Tell like this and teach like this. You will be the best student, beta. Are you enjoying the class today?
Yes, ma'am.
Learned anything today? First tell me. Is it very boring? Oh, Krishna is telling it's very boring, ma'am. Ah, Krishna, interesting. Very good, Praveen. So, beta, physics is of two types. One, if you will take it tough, one, you will take it easy. Once you will start taking it easy, understanding the concept easily, you will rock always. So, beta, which physical quantities we have learned about physical quantities? There are two different type of physical quantities. One, we can express as scalar quantity. Another one, we will express it as vector quantity. Very good, beta. Very good. Awesome performance. You guys are rocking. So this is the definition. Now what you will do with the definition? You know everything. So a scalar physical quantities are represented by a number along with a proper unit. That is what in the beginning I told you now, 40 meter. So meter was the unit. So these quantity can either be positive, zero, and has no direction. So scalar quantity, we can explain it as positive zero value. If you will be standing in one place itself and not moving, you are at rest. So what will be your displacement? What will be your distance? Your distance covered will be zero only. So scalar quantities, definition given. Vector quantity, when we will deal with display a movement along with a particular direction, then it will become a vector quantity. Understood, children? Today's class understood or not? Tell me. Okay, Avinash. So, beta, that means what? Scalar has only magnitude. Vector has, now deal with this word. Today I gave you some key points: surrounding, magnitude, magnitude with direction. So these pick words. Yes, magnitude is nothing but length. Okay, so the which one is the most important word for you? Magnitude, direction. These words you should pick. And when anyone will ask, give these words to them that I know everything about it and I have not mugged it, I have learned it. Very good, Praveen. Super. Rock stars you are. Very good, beta. So now we will study next concept, that is distance and displacement. Okay. So today's class, last 2 minutes are left. Next class will be 1 hour and 40 minutes class, both maths and science every day. We will have a rigorous session. We will study a lot. All your classes will be recorded. After class, this recording, everyone will see that you are rock stars. They will say that, yes, you are rock star. Fine. So now distance and displacement, beta. Now we will be studying about distance and displacement. Before going to this tough content, we will be trying to understand it in an easy way. Why to read the topic and mug it and vomit it? Rather than understanding is the easiest one. So again, we will understand that what is the distance? Distance is what? Anyone? Distance. I have shown you the definition. You can read out the definition also, but I want a clever child to explain. 12 kilometer is a distance. Very good, beta. I think Praveen has answered this. 12 kilometer is a distance. Smart move, Praveen. You told 12 kilometer is a distance. Beta, 5 kilometer is a distance, Praveen? Say yes or no, fast. Okay. 5 kilometer is also a distance. Okay. Now, moving of object. Vishal, awesome. Avinash, moving inside a path movement. Okay, so I want next class we are going to discuss this. This notes will be there in your group once the class will be over. So definitely I will look forward. You will be telling me about distance and displacement in next class in a much better way. This is not the perfect definition of distance and displacement. Next class we will discuss about distance and displacement beta. Fine. We are going to keep it till here. See the notes, whatever words are there, you have to remember these things. Tomorrow again you are having class. All the best. I enjoyed it a lot teaching you all. You all are very good rock stars. Fine. Bye for now.